This is Triggered.
And you will be.
Guys, we are dying laughing.
Okay.
And we need to share it with you guys.
Maybe we just don't know the answer to this question.
I guarantee we don't know the answer, but we need you guys to be in on this.
Okay, so yesterday it was Costco Sunday, so my husband and I we're driving to Costco, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to put on today's hits. So I press play on Spotify, and this fucking song comes on, okay? And my husband and I were just like staring at each other because, first of all, part of the chorus says, I'm wearing booty shorts 'cause my paper's long.
What paper?
What?
So Ashley and I have been sitting here trying to figure this out, and we're like, is paper like maxi pads?
Like,
is it tampon strings?
What is your paper long?
Is your paper your vagina lips?
And
like,
then she
I
goes,
don't know what we're talking about.
Her, face, lips, ass, over and over again. So my husband and I are just sitting in the car with our Costco ice cream, eating it, and we're like, what the fuck? For an entire 4 minutes, we listened to this song. By the end of the song, first of all, we didn't know what it was talking about.
We're so confused.
We're confused. And this is in the top 40. And we don't know what she was talking about, what it was referencing. If anyone out there can answer these questions, because my fear at this point is this is what our kids are listening to. And
we need to know. It
might as well be in fucking Mandarin at this point because I have no idea what's being said.
We just need to know, like, what paper.
Are we getting old that we don't know the slang and nothing is making sense anymore?
But, like, what could it be? I'm wearing booty shorts because my paper long. Is it money?
It could be money. But why would that mean you're wearing booty shorts? I don't know, but...
If anyone has an answer, please let us know. Because
is it we're old
ridiculous.
Or are we just stupid? Because, like, does everyone else know what's going on and we're just going around in life confused? Anyways, my husband got it stuck in his head. And, like, every hour he'd be like, 'cause my paper long. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, Ash, I can't get it out of my head because I cannot believe this is the top 40 song.
And we don't even know what it means.
We don't even know what the hell's going on. What does that say about us?
It says so much about us. But here we are.
Here we are, confused.
So let us know if you know what the paper is and why it's long.
Yeah.
Is my paper short? How do I know?
Right. And if your paper's short, can you not wear booty shorts?
We have so many questions.
I'm confused. Anyway, sorry, I gotta... Okay, so it's now Friday, and I have a story.
Yeah.
This is one of the wildest stories, though, that I've come across.
Okay.
We're gonna go back to the summer of 1977.
Oh.
In Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, and like, I don't know about you, when I think of like Oklahoma, I think like strawberry socials and iced tea.
It is so funny that that's what you think of.
What do you think of?
Tornadoes.
Okay. And like pie contests and Southern charm.
That's cute.
Yeah, that's what I picture. We should go there someday and so we can figure it out. So if you're from Oklahoma, are you guys having strawberry socials and lemonade stands?
Or just tornadoes?
Or are you just running around trying to escape? But yeah, so we're in 1977. I love the old crimes. There's something about these old crimes that I think need to be resurfaced because we are so bombarded by the news and everything every day that I don't want these people to be forgotten.
I know.
You know?
I know.
The heat was already cranking up. And even though summer didn't officially start, everyone was feeling it. Then on June 12th, these storm clouds roll in, giving everyone a bit of hope for some cool relief.
Tornado.
Yeah.
I'm like, see? Immediately, there's a storm.
Now, there's this cute little group of Girl Scouts in Tulsa.
Mint Thins.
Yes. Do they still sell the mint thins?
Yes.
I haven't seen them in years.
I know.
They're delicious.
The last time I saw a group of Girl Scouts, I probably scared the shit out of them because I stopped my car, put my four-ways on, and was like, "Do you have the mint thins?"
They're so good.
And they were like, "Mom."
We had Girl Scouts come to our door a couple years back, and all they had were the vanilla ones.
Get the fuck out of it.
Don't even come to my door.
Unless you got the mint thins, why are you here?
And why are they still selling those? Nobody wants them.
Buying those?
It's weird. But yeah, so the Girl Scouts are all in Tulsa. There's over 100 of them just buzzing with excitement because they're about to head off to summer camp. Did you ever go to summer camp?
Did I?
You did?
Every year almost.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for 2.5 weeks.
Oh, see, I never got the opportunity, and I think I would have really enjoyed it.
Mine was Bible camp.
Yeah, I never really... I wouldn't have fit in there, but
I loved it.
Tell me you became a camp counselor.
No, but I worked in the kitchen when I was a teenager.
Did
I went back and worked in the kitchen.
That's cute.
Yeah, I loved my camp experience was amazing.
Really?
Amazing.
So it is exactly.
As a matter of fact, this is interesting that this all plays into it. Story time with Chantel.
Let's go.
The first tornado I ever saw was at Bible camp.
Oh my god.
So I forget, I was probably 10 or 11, and it was bad. We were so there were different buildings for everything, right? And there was the dining hall, and we were in the dining hall, and there was reports of a tornado. And so we had to run from the dining hall over to the sturdy building. It was the only building that had a basement. And and they're telling us you have to run.
Oh,
because it was that bad. And we're running, and it was all bush except for the road that led, the driveway basically that led up. And as we're running past, I'll never forget, I remember every part of this. I remember what I was wearing.
Really?
And I looked down the driveway and saw the tornado.
Oh my god, that must have been terrifying.
It was, but
kind of
now
cool.
I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
I love tornadoes and weather and stuff, so yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that was my summer camp.
Okay, well I never did. But how cute is the thought of 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old little girl scouts going off to summer camp? But it's not just any camp, it's Camp Scott. So apparently this is a 410-acre spot on Locust Grove.
Ooh.
And it's a big deal to go to Camp Scott.
Beautiful.
When I hear Camp Scott, I think Camp Crystal, but that's because I'm a scary movie buff. I'm oh, fuck, not Camp Scott. No, Camp Scott was a nice place.
Yeah.
And the scouts had been hyped about the trip for months. They get to go hiking, swimming, campfires, sing-alongs, the works. Kind of sounds dreamy for a little kid.
Yeah, for sure.
So one of the girls, Denise Milner, everyone called her Denise, was only 10 years old. She worked so hard to sell enough cookies to get there.
Aww.
It was her first time at camp. I know. And even though her usual playmates weren't coming, she was pumped to make new friends.
Yeah.
She was a little nervous, but mostly excited. I think your first time going to camp, anyone would be nervous, right?
Even subsequent times. I would get super nervous every time because I remember packing at 9 years old, and you're thinking okay, I'm gone for 2.5 weeks. What do I need?
Oh yeah.
It was
it's a big deal.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
140 scouts saying their goodbyes, piling into these buses that smelled like oil and leather. And you know that, okay, tell me you smell, when you think school bus, can you smell the school bus?
I can smell it. I can feel it.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Isn't that the craziest thing?
You just said that and I was yes, I can.
What a lot of people don't know about me is that when I had my youngest child,
okay,
I was super nervous to let my oldest go on a school bus. Mm-hmm. So I became a school bus driver.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I drove a school bus for 4 years.
Ah, that's right. I forgot about that.
I take my youngest in his car seat.
Yep.
And
that was
the
your
kids
jam.
Just came, yep. So the buses rattled their way 50 miles northeast, past small farms, through the countryside, eventually pulling into Camp Scott, down this little dirt road called Cookie Trail.
How fucking cute.
Right?
No, this is making my whole day.
These little girls going down the
Cookie Trail. I'll go down the Cookie Trail.
The camp itself was divided into units, each named after Native American tribes: Osage, Seminole, Cherokee, and so on. The most remote one, Kiowa.
Nice.
How cute is that?
I love it.
So Denise got assigned to the Kiowa unit, Tent 8 to be exact. She was bunking with 2 other girls, Michele Guse, who was 9, and Lori Lee Farmer, who was also 9. She was actually about to celebrate her birthday later that week, so she was going to be in camp for her birthday.
I was so jealous of those girls.
I know, right?
Like, get the fuck out of here. Me with my March birthday. I'm like, I fucking hate you guys.
I know, me also on March birthday.
Yeah.
A 4th girl was supposed to join them the next day, but for now it was just the 3 of them. So these 3 little gals getting to know each other in Tent 8.
Okay.
Kind of cute, eh?
Pretty adorable.
So that evening, right as the girls were settling in, a thunderstorm rolled in. The kind that makes the air kind of feel alive. You know, where you can smell it?
Oh my God. Ash, you're taking me on like a sensory adventure today. Like, I can smell it. I can feel the you know, when like the little peach fuzz on your face like stands up because the electricity in the air.
And it smells so good.
I'm fucking living for this.
So they were all in the mess hall eating dinner when it started pouring. So they all run into this like little area.
Wait, is this play about us? Did I not just tell you?
Right?
Like, this sounds so much like
I know when you were saying it, I'm like, did she pee?
Like, what the fuck?
Yes, they all huddled up waiting for the rain to die down. But when it didn't, they were like, let's just run to our tent. So all these little girls, and it's pouring rain, and they're like, let's go. And of course, they'd be little, so they'd be screaming. And it's adorable.
I'm loving this.
Yeah, so Denise, Lori, and Michele were, of course, in Tent 8, so, like, the farthest from everyone else. They started unpacking their stuff and getting to know each other. Denise talked about how she loved hanging out with her little sister, Kathleen. Lori, the oldest of 5 children, shared stories about her siblings. And Michele, who was from Broken Bow, instantly clicked with the 2 other girls, who were both from Tulsa. It's so sweet. Lori even pulled out some playing cards, and before bed she wrote a letter to her family. In it she said, I've met 2 new friends and I'm sharing a tent with them. We're sleeping on cots. I couldn't wait to write. Love, Lori.
Adorable.
Aw.
Adorable.
That letter, though, was the last thing Lori ever got to write.
You're going to break my whole entire heart today.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Sometime that night, while the storm raged outside, something unimaginably horrific happened. By morning, Denise, Lori, and Michele were gone. Murdered in what would become one of the darkest and most debated cases in Oklahoma history.
What in the fuck? All 3 of them?
All 3 of them.
Gone as in not there, or gone as in dead?
They were dead. Ugh. They were not in their tents, though. So, like, they were gone and dead.
Oh, fuck. Okay. All right.
Yeah, their deaths sent shockwaves through the entire community.
No shit.
And honestly, through the whole country. Like, this was, like, one of these massive cases. It was all over the newspaper. I actually will post some of the newspaper clippings. It's just awful.
Oh, God.
The case is still technically unsolved, with more twists and theories than you could think possible. It's a story that just doesn't let go, especially for the families who've been living this nightmare for decades. Like, honestly, Chantal, can you imagine? You send
I can't.
Your sweet, innocent baby girl to camp.
Mm-mm.
They're starting their summer, and then you get a call. Like,
oh, God.
Okay, so it's late at night, about 1:30 a.m. on June 13th, 1977.
Okay.
One of the camp counselors, Carla Sue Wilwright, hears this eerie random moaning sound coming from the woods.
Okay.
Now, this spot wasn't exactly close to the tents. It was about 150 yards from Tent 8.
Okay.
Near this kind of dirt road that leads to the camp parking area, so it's like a little off trail.
Okay.
She grabs her flashlight and heads out to check it out. Super brave, if you ask me.
Yeah, like, no shit.
Like, as a teenage girl, I wasn't going into the woods checking out.
I am 37, and I'm not doing that.
No. But when she couldn't find anything, she brushed it off as some animal in the woods and went back to bed. Like, honestly, who wouldn't assume that?
Yeah.
I heard something. Okay, there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Then at 2 a.m., so just half an hour later, something really creepy happens. One of the girls in Tent 7, right next to Tent 8, wakes up and sees someone open their tent flap.
Okay.
So imagine you're like half asleep and you look and you see like a shadowy figure shining a flashlight into your tent. So for me, I think I'd be like, oh, it's probably the counselors checking in, right?
I would immediately be panicking.
So
Even at that age.
she couldn't see their face, just the outline of this big person. But they just closed the flap and walked away. So she was like, I'm assuming like, oh, probably just doing night checks or something. Because to me, like, wouldn't that be a common thing where they would check?
Yes, definitely. I don't think they would do it silently.
No.
Like, they would probably be like, 10-8, you girls good?
Yeah.
Lights out, you know?
But this is at 2 a.m.
Okay, so then that's fucking weird.
Okay. So whoever it was peeked
Okay.
in with a flashlight, then closed the tent flap and carried on.
Okay.
So fast forward to about an hour later at 3 a.m. A girl from another unit hears screams coming from the direction of the Kiowa tents, so tent 8. Then another girl in a different unit hears someone crying out, Mama, Mama. I know.
Don't make me cry.
I'm sorry.
I'm fucking sensitive right now.
She even thinks it sounds like Lori Farmer, who she knows from camp. But she shrugs it off, assuming Lori's just having a nightmare. Everyone goes back to sleep thinking nothing of it because
You think you're safe.
Well, and they're little girls, so they wouldn't think like something bad's happening. They're safe at camp. That's all they know.
And another thing too, like, listen, from the time my child was old enough to hear me, I was telling her about the dangers of everything.
Yeah.
It was a little bit different 77.
Yeah.
It was a little bit different. Like, adults were safe.
Yeah, for sure. By morning, the storm's cleared. And it's one of those gorgeous fresh summer days.
Fresh summer.
Summer days.
Summer days.
It's been a while since I've seen the summer. You know, when the air smells clean, the sun's shining, and everything feels so alive. But what the
Bring me there.
I know. You don't want to be here.
I don't. I'm done.
But what the counselors found was literally horrific. It shattered any peace you would ever have in a setting like this. At 6 a.m., Carla Sue was heading to the showers, and she noticed something strange near the spot where she heard those sounds the night before. There were 3 sleeping bags lying under a tree. When she got closer, she saw the yellow plaid bag first, and inside the lifeless body of Doris Milner. She was partially undressed, with her hands duct taped behind her back. The other 2 bags, one green and one floral, held the bodies of Michele Guse and Lori Farmer. Both girls had been beaten to death. While Denise had been strangled, it was horrific. Like, beyond comprehension. And to make it worse, all 3 had been sexually assaulted.
What?
Yeah.
In the actual fuck?
It's wild. Like, they're babies.
Oh, my God.
And these counselors are babies, too.
Oh, my God. Well, yeah, our counselors were 16-year-olds.
Yeah,
Like,
right?
they're not adults.
No. So the counselors quickly went into crisis mode. They gathered the other campers in the mess hall, trying to keep things calm and normal, while shielding them from the absolute nightmare unfolding. Within minutes, the police arrived and started cordoning off the area, collecting evidence and keeping the press at bay. But as you can imagine, because this is a small town, Oklahoma, the entire nation was talking about this tiny town in Oklahoma and the horrific tragedy at Camp Scott.
Oh, God.
So, like, Camp Scott is a very famous camp.
Yeah.
It would take no time for it to spread like wildfire.
Yeah, and 77 isn't that long ago.
No. To us, it's not. The investigation kicks off with a grim sense of urgency. Clues were scattered around the scene. A roll of black duct tape, a red and white flashlight with a makeshift green lens cover made from a garbage bag.
God.
And a newspaper clipping stuffed inside the flashlight.
Okay, what was the newspaper clipping?
The paper was dated April 17th and came from the Tulsa World. Investigators also realized that whoever did this had been creeping around the camp that night, stealing random things like sunglasses from one of the counselors. So, like, unbeknownst to them, this fucking psycho or psychos were, like, creeping around while they were, like, having, you know, their dinner in the mess hall and...
Well, if my child's listening to this, any chance of going to summer camp is gone.
We're pitching a tent in the backyard.
You're not going. So, that's awful.
It's awful. All signs started pointing toward Gene Leroy.
Who the fuck is Gene?
Okay, they called him Sonny.
No.
So, his whole name was Jean Leroy Sonny Hart, but people just called him Sonny.
Mm-hmm.
He was a convicted rapist and escaped fugitive who'd been on the run since 1973.
Wait.
And get this. His mom lived less than half a mile from Camp Scott. The guy had a dark, violent history, and the evidence just kept stacking up. A few days after the murders, some hunters found a cave a few miles from the camp.
Mm-hmm.
Inside, they found tape, newspaper, sunglasses, and photos Hart had processed while working in a prison darkroom. It was like the guy had left a trail straight to his hideout. Like, hello.
Hi, this is where I've been staying so that I can rape and murder little girls.
It's crazy. And he was just like living in this fucking cave.
Ugh.
And to me, like, obviously his family knew he was there. Obviously.
Well, I mean, if they did, they're fucking rotten.
Yeah. So the camp, it never, ever reopened. Ever.
Well, no shit.
The murder of these 3 girls left scars on everyone. Campers, counselors, their families, the entire state.
Ugh.
And the fact that the case has so many twists and turns, it actually still feels very unresolved, and I'll tell you why. The story takes an even wilder turn now. So once Jean Leroy Hart's name was out there as the main subject of the Girl Scout murders, things got really messy. His family and friends rallied hard for him.
What?
Yeah. They were convinced of his innocence, and get this. He had 250 relatives living within half a mile square area near Camp Scott. 250.
I don't know 250 relatives.
Like, talk about a tight-knit community. These people were ready.
Community?
Yeah.
This sounds like a...
It reminds me of the Whitakers.
Oh my God, it's so funny that you say that because that was exactly... I was like, oh, wait a minute. Now I'm seeing what this is. Ah, so interesting. Okay, all right.
So Hart wasn't just hiding, though. He was thriving in those rugged Oklahoma hills.
Oh, good.
He was a skilled outdoorsman who could live off the land like it was nothing.
Okay.
Fishing, hunting, dodging authorities, it was like he'd vanished into thin air. That summer of 1977, the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation sent agents out everywhere trying to catch him. They had tracking dogs, aerial heat-seeking gear, and everything you could think that would make this an open and shut case. But no. It was like Hart was a ghost. The agents were out there in brutal heat, dealing with ticks, chiggers, and humidity that could... Chantal, do you want to add something? Chiggers.
I just find chiggers the funniest word.
Why?
I don't know because I imagine, like, I know what a chigger is.
Yeah.
And I imagine this, like, little dancing bug.
I know. And you're like, chiggers?
It's like, it sounds like jig.
It does.
Anyway,
Chiggers.
thank you.
And humidity that could break anyone. Still, Hart was always a step ahead. Like, these guys were combing through the woods.
God.
They found his cave. They can
Okay.
never find him.
No, because he's just, like,
He's just
roaming.
He's probably in the trees.
Ew, like Matthew Hoffman.
Yeah. So here's where it gets even more eerie.
Okay.
One of the lead agents, Harvey Pratt, was Cheyenne Arapahoe. So he was a Native American mystic?
Yeah, okay.
And he believed wholly on this mysticism.
Same.
Yeah. So he and others thought Hart might have some sort of spiritual protection.
Okay, interesting.
So that was like their
interesting.
theory.
I'm into this.
Yeah, there were rumors about a medicine man putting a curse on the OSBI's tracking dogs. I'm not even joking.
No, I'm subscribed to this.
One of the dogs had died of heat exhaustion. Another got hit by a car.
Okay.
People started whispering that Hart was protected by strong medicine. Maybe even that he was a shapeshifter. A person who could transform into an animal or a bird to escape. It added almost supernatural vibes to this manhunt. Because nothing is making sense. Like, they know he's there. But where?
But where? It's like they need manhunters. You remember that show?
I loved that show.
I know you did.
As the summer turned to fall, frustration mounted. But by September 1977, the reward for catching Hart had climbed to over $20,000.
Wow, which would have been a lot in 77.
Yeah, that was enough to loosen some lips. An informant came forward and told investigator that Hart's brother-in-law was planning to drive him to the Cherokee Reservation in North Carolina.
Okay, so we're getting somewhere.
Yes.
Okay.
So the OSBI put a tracking device on the brother-in-law's car, which is impressive for the 70s.
Very good.
Yeah, very good. But Hart's people were always one step ahead. Someone at police headquarters, a Hart supporter, tipped off the family about the tracker. So that plan obviously fell apart.
What?
Like, fuck off.
I'm having a really hard time understanding how there are Hart supporters. Did you not say he was a convicted rapist?
Yes.
Who is like, oh no, he's a good guy.
So, like, I find, like, and we've seen this before, like, these small communities, they really rally together.
I don't care. Listen.
And they're all relatives.
Listen, the minute, especially rape.
I know.
The minute you commit rape, I'm sorry, you are in a different class of humanity.
But who knows? Like, we don't have a lot of information on these family members. Like, are they all fucking crazy?
Maybe.
They created this monster.
You're right. You're right.
So winter came and the agents were still out there bravely freezing in the conditions of the woods. Nights below zero, barely any leads. Can you imagine how defeated? Like, they went through all of summer, because it was at the beginning of the summer this happened.
Yeah.
All of fall. Now they're in the fucking winter. The spring of 1978 came and they finally got their break.
All right.
The informant told them Hart was hiding in his little tar paper shack with an old man in Cookstown Hills between Tahlequah and Sallisaw. So he's living in a little paper shack with some dude.
Mm-hmm.
On April 6, 78, the OSBI made their move. They surrounded the shack and caught Hart by surprise.
Okay.
Like, fuck. Not a single shot was fired. Honestly, after everything, the capture almost felt like an anticlimactic scene. Like, they they came around, guns blazing, and then he just was like,
okay.
Oh, okay, I'm here. Like, it was just like, okay. Because he knew they were looking. Like, it was going to happen eventually.
Okay, got it.
They were like, these like detectives and police officers were crying and whooping and hollering because they were so defeated and now they have him.
Of course. That would have been such a moment, you know?
Well, 10,000 hours in like man hours that had been put into this hunt.
Crazy.
It cost $2 million. And back then, like, I don't even know what that would translate to.
So much money.
Yeah.
So much money.
Hart had managed to hide in a tiny 25 square mile area for 5 years. He'd been hiding there.
What?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm really like trying to picture this.
It's wild. It's wild. But even with Hart in custody, the big question loomed. Could they prove he was guilty of these murders?
Well, this is it, right? Oof.
Or was there someone else still out there?
And did he act alone, or what was there? Yeah, like
that's right.
Like, was there somebody else? I mean, I'm still, and I'm sure you get into it, but I'm still like,
it's got.
How did he subdue 3 girls?
Yeah,
and I'm sure it's possible, but like in the same sense, it's like it would be hard as one person to keep 2 girls quiet,
but 3,
like holy fuck.
So once Jean was charged with the Girl Scout murders. So they arrest him, they charge him. Things became full-on chaotic. His friends, family, and even strangers were convinced he was innocent. Then why is he fucking hiding so much? Why did he have all these things? Like, yeah, he was a fugitive, but still. To them, he wasn't some violent criminal. He was a former high school football star who was being scapegoated by the system. And it always seems like it's like the football star or the hockey kid, or you know what I mean? Like they have a skill so they can't possibly be a monster.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
People were so passionate about defending him that they held fundraisers for his legal fees.
I can't.
Some even slapped bumper stickers on their cars that said the heart of Jean Country. The heart of Jean Country.
I might throw things.
It's crazy. It wasn't just local support. The American Indian Movement, AIM, sent people to monitor the trial, suspecting racial bias in how everything was being handled. And let's be real, it wasn't a good look. Not a single Native American ended up on the jury.
Oh, that is not a good look.
But, okay, so let's like play devil's advocate here for a second.
Let's do it.
Okay, so the area that they're pulling jurors from,
Yeah.
250 of his fucking relatives live in that area. So it would be slim pickings for juries.
I know, but then in that situation, you make damn sure that there's representation from every single community.
Absolutely.
Like that actually to me would be like, okay. This is going to be difficult because he's got 250 family members next door. To me, I would be like, no, we need to make sure that we have representation on this jury from every single community.
Well, yeah, because it takes nothing for them to just pull the race card and be like, actually.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
So by the time the trial started in March 79, the media frenzy was already out of control. The prosecution had tried to get a change of venue, which is smart, right?
Brilliant, really.
Yep.
And totally necessary in a situation like this.
Absolutely. But no, the trial stayed in Mays County.
Okay.
The district attorney was under fire because rumors swirled that he planned to write a book about the case.
Oh.
Like, no.
No, that's a bad look. That's a bad look.
Yeah. So they brought in a special prosecutor, Buddy Fallis Jr., to help on Hart's side.
Okay.
Garvin Isaacs, a powerhouse defense attorney who wasn't afraid to throw punches.
All right.
So, like, let's talk about the evidence because it's a fucking mess. From day one, the investigation had been botched. At the crime scene, there was a palm print and a bloody shoe print. Turns out the palm print belonged to an OSBI agent. Yeah.
I can't.
Not great optics, right?
No shit.
Like, what the fuck?
Like, oops.
And the shoe print, way too small to be Hart's. Then there was a fingerprint on the flashlight found at the scene. It wasn't Hart's either.
Oh, God. Okay.
And here's the kicker. Hart had a vasectomy, yet the prosecution argued that sperm was found at the scene. Okay. That, to me, means fucking nothing.
I was gonna say, like, okay, so they tested it and found a sperm count?
I'm assuming. That's what they're saying.
Because here's the thing that I know from, like, I have friends who have had personal experience with this. You can have a vasectomy.
And
if you do not go get checked to make sure that it worked,
it grows back.
You can still have a sperm count.
100%.
And then you're fucked because now you're pregnant.
It's fucking crazy.
Okay.
So that was their argument. Essentially, Hart's vasectomy might have failed, which can happen.
Okay, so let's test him.
Yep.
Why are we not testing his spunk?
They brought in doctors to testify that deformed sperm could still show up in his case.
Yes.
But, like, we're in the 70s, and I feel like we've learned a lot after all these cases.
Yeah.
Right? So there's the sperm thing. There was a hair found on one of the victims. It was microscopically similar to Hart's, but in pre-DNA days, that was basically circumstantial.
Well, yeah, and they could be like, it looks like it could be his. But the thing was, without that solid DNA testing, your hair could look like somebody else's hair because you guys come from the same race or the same area
100%.
Or the same, So that's not really concrete evidence.
No. So while this evidence is being brought forth, Hart's team doesn't hold back. They argue that evidence was planted, like a cornucopia pipe and a blue mirror found in a shack where Hart had stayed.
Okay.
So, like, one of the camp counselors, Karen Mitchell, said those items were hers, and they found them in his shack.
Okay. So that proves that he was the one that was fucking around.
But his defense team is saying that he was being framed. Like, fuck off.
Oh, yeah. So, no. So, the FBI and whoever else has been looking for this guy for 5 years couldn't find him, but someone in a matter of an evening fucking found where he was and tried to frame him. Get out of here.
But Hart supporters and family members, and even the owner of the shack that he was sharing it with, claimed that the items magically appeared after the OSBI's second search. So that's shady.
So what do you think about this?
I'm like really torn because here you have over 250 people that are his family members. So it easily could have been a family member who would share the same hair, obviously.
Yes.
You know, if I was going to commit a crime and I knew like somebody was living outside the woods that's already a convicted rapist, it would be easy to frame that person.
Okay.
And obviously there's like a fucking leak in the police department.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of like what ifs.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Do I want him to be the culprit? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because it sounds like for sure. But there are little like breaks in the case where you're like, well, so I could see how a jury
absolutely
would find that challenging.
Yeah. Well, even now, like I was so sure it was him, and I'm like, is there reasonable doubt? There sure fucking
There
is.
is. So then they brought other suspects to the table.
Okay.
The defense pointed to Bill Stevens, another convicted rapist who had supposedly borrowed a flashlight similar to the one at the crime scene and showed up with blood on his boots afterwards.
All right. What the fuck?
But hair and semen samples excluded him. So they excluded him.
Okay. All right.
Other campers reported seeing strange men around the site before the murders. And there was even a creepy note found before camp started.
Saying what?
Threatening that little girls would be killed.
Pardon me?
Yeah.
And they still opened camp?
Yep. The camp director dismissed it as a prank. Like, I'm sorry, if I got a fucking letter saying, like, all the kids at your son's hockey camp are gonna die, my son's not going.
Oh, this is terrible.
Isn't it getting crazy?
This is crazy.
It's crazy. So, Hart never testified.
Okay.
And the jury deliberated overnight. The next morning, they dropped a bombshell. Not guilty.
Oh, boy.
The courtroom fucking erupted.
No shit.
It was crazy. On one side, Hart supporters were celebrating like it was like a championship Super Bowl win.
Okay.
On the other hand, the victims' families and prosecutors are absolutely devastated. The jury later said the evidence didn't add up. One jury even called the investigation a screwed up mess.
Boy.
The fallout was intense. The victims' families compared the trial to O.J. Simpson's years later. They felt it was deja vu, the race card, accusations of planted evidence, and a high-profile attorney tearing apart the prosecution's case. So, like, the whole thing is so crazy to me because, yes, they had the race card. So, like, yes, that can be brought into any trial.
Sure.
Especially in small communities, you want to ensure that there's no bias.
Yep.
Obviously. But it doesn't sit right with me that all these people in this community seemed to be doing shady shit to get him off.
Obviously, we can't be here for 3 hours, but it would be so interesting to have even been there.
I know.
To feel the like, I know it sounds very woo-woo of me, but like to feel the vibe
And the
of the
energy.
community. Yeah, and the energy of the community. Like, what's going on here? And is there things, you know, in a lot of situations like this, you end up finding out that it was a cover-up.
Yeah.
And that multiple people on different levels of authority are involved because there's some kind of thing that they have to cover up.
Yes. Like there's a connection.
That's right. Like,
yeah.
well, if we solve these murders, then
That can come
this
out.
is going to come out. And this definitely sounds like it could be
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, like small town,
Yeah.
tight knit.
Yeah.
So after the trial, Hart actually went back to prison to serve time for an unrelated burglary. So he gets off, not guilty. Within a year, he's in fucking jail for burglarizing a home.
Okay.
But within a year, he was dead.
Okay.
Yep, officially it was a heart attack, but rumors flew that he had been poisoned by other inmates.
Okay.
Some even said cyanide had been confiscated from the prison the day before his death.
So this is interesting because I know that rapists and child murderers do not get treated well in prison.
And rightfully so.
And rightfully so.
So, unfortunately, no one was ever charged with the murders.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
The OSBI eventually closed the case, claiming Hart was the guy, even though the jury didn't convict him.
Oh, boy.
Decades later, in 2007, new DNA tests were run, but the results were inconclusive. And that's where it stands. A haunting mystery with no definitive answers. Those 3 little girls never got justice. And it leaves a shadow over everyone involved. So what do you think, bestie? Was it him?
I honestly don't know.
I know.
I honestly don't know. I started out thinking
I know.
definitely. But then when you were talking about Bill Stevens or whatever his name was, it's like, you know, when we hear these stories and we read about these stories and we research these stories, there's always like 1 or 2 names that come to the surface. But when you started talking about Bill, it came to mind where I was like, yeah, because there isn't one rapist in a community.
No.
There could be dozens.
Yes.
For all we know.
Yes.
So just because we're talking about this one,
it's crazy.
It doesn't mean that, and those are just rapists and sexual predators that we know of.
Oh.
Think about how many stories we cover where, like, it's the guy next door who has a wife and kids and a family and a good job.
Yep.
And he's the sexual predator quietly and in secret.
Mm-hmm.
So then I started, and that's where this reasonable doubt comes in, right? Where it's like, sure, does it look like it was hard? Yeah. But could it have been a whole bunch of other people?
Yep.
Yes.
So it's sad. I mean,
those
I do
poor
wonder
babies.
if it is Hart, maybe that was karma just taking him out. But those poor little sweeties were raped, beaten, tortured, strangled, killed.
I still am having such a hard time. And I know that you had said that their tent was secluded.
Yeah.
But it couldn't have been that secluded.
I have a map. It can show you.
Okay,
like,
yeah.
I'll show you where all the tents are.
Yeah.
So they were like the farthest out.
But
But
here's
not
the thing.
that far, but 130 yards from like the center.
My family has property, okay?
Yeah.
That is wooded. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit different in the summer, I guess, with the leaves on the trees. But the thing is, like, my dad can be pretty fucking far from me. And a human sound
Travels.
resonates through a bush. So it's
But-
like, how did no one fucking... And, like, there were.
was
They
a
did hear
storm.
the things. Oh, fuck.
That's why.
Rain, thunder.
Yep.
Wind. Oh,
It was
my
just a recipe for
God.
disaster. And I think the culprit knew that and waited for the perfect moment.
I hate him.
I'm
whoever
sorry.
the fuck he was.
So that is the story of these 3 sweet little Girl
Scouts.
Sorry for ruining your Friday, but we have to remember them because they're beautiful.
That's right. We can remember them, and honestly, I hope in situations like this, especially when it's like younger kids, and in their situation where like the 3 of them died at the same time, like there's a part of me that's like, I hope you haunt the fuck out of him.
That's your thought.
His
And mine
family,
is like, I hope that they get a redo wherever you go in the afterlife and they get to be Girl Scouts together and have fun and swim and have the experience
and
they
have
deserve.
like an actual experience. Oh, those poor babies. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate your story.
So guys, please help us get our podcast out there. Share, leave us a comment so we know what you think, and if there's anything you think we should cover, if there's anything you like, what you don't like.
Send us, listen, there's enough crime that would keep us busy and will keep us busy for decades. At the same time, if there is a case that you're like, oh, this is a case that maybe not too many people know about, or that I think would be interesting to cover or to dive into, let us know.
Yeah.
You can DM us, you can email us, get us, I don't know, call us. I don't know.
Yeah. Whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
We're here.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us on Triggered, where we dive deep into the dark, the twisted, and the cosmic mysteries of the universe.
Until next time, stay curious, stay cautious, always watch the stars and your back.